Hi friends, this is Liz with Liz's Crafts, and we're going to use a Maker Studio products today. So we're going to use the stencils in this set, which is called Love Covers All, and I will put the link in the description. We're going to use this strip here, which has X's and O's on it. We're going to use red chalk art ink with that. And then we're going to use this one here that says Love One Another, John 13:34, and it has an arrow with a heart in it, and I'm putting it on this candle, and we're going to do etching cream on this. And I will put the links to the stencil, the chalk art ink, and the etching cream in the description. And in the stencils, you get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stencils in it. And it says, because he first loved us, love covers all offenses. Jeremiah 31:3, let all that you do be done in love. And then it has a heart. And then it has you are loved and love with some hearts and an arrow. So you get quite a bit in a packet. And I'm really liking this. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the etching cream first, because it has to sit on there for about 15 minutes. So it comes in a little bottle like this, and I will put the link in the description. And they also have this brush that you can use to put it on. So I just dab it on is what I do. And I just make sure that I have it all covered. The screen portion that is your design, you want it fully covered. So we're going ahead and doing this first so that it can sit for the required amount of time, and then we'll go on to the other parts of the project. So the etching cream, you can't, once it dries and you take the cream off when it's done, you really can't see it too well, but it does etch the glass, and it is permanent, and you can wash it, you can dry it, you know, whatever. It is permanent. It's not going to come off. So just remember, wherever you put the etching cream, it's going to etch into that glass, which what it does is it kind of cuts in there. And it doesn't do anything to your stencil. Your stencil is fine. And it, you know, just wash it off with, a sponge. And you might not think you're doing it right, but really, it's just very light, and you just can't see it real well. But it does do the job. And I'm also putting the link to my shop in the description in case you want to look at any other stencils, chalk art, or, you know, the brushes or anything. Okay, I think I have it on most of it. Now, you can either leave the stencil on and leave the etching cream on, or you can take the stencil off and leave the etching cream on. Either way, it doesn't matter. I have done it both ways. So either way. So I think that's good. Just going to let that sit there for a while. I'm going to check the time, 4:23. So I want it to sit for at least 15 minutes. So 4. So the next thing I want to do is I want to complete my XO stencil on this here. I know you can't see it very well, but I've already done it 3 times. and I just have to finish it up. I just have the space from here to here that doesn't have the XOXO on it. So I'm just going to line it up, and I'm going to go ahead and finish that. Now what I do is I put it as close to the previous one that I have on there, and then I just take it back a little bit and see how close it is. And if it's not close enough, then I just get it a little bit closer. And it does kind of rub off some of it, but you know, it's not too bad. It's not too noticeable. Now I don't know how this is going to look where I put these two ends together. So they might not look so great, but I think it'll be okay. I think I'm going to have to turn this a little bit. So I want it to go down a little more than it is. Okay, yeah. So it's probably not going to line up real good, but it'll be good enough. So I just need to do it from here to here. So I have my Bless His Heart, which is red gel art ink, and I have my scraper or spreader, and I just put some on the spreader, and then I'm just taking it and putting it on my stencil. And I'm being careful not to get outside of the edges of the stencil. And so then I just, once I do part of the center of the XOXO, then I do the outside edges a little bit. And then I go on to the next portion. So I'm just going to loosen this up a little bit at this end. Okay. Just going to leave that like that. Get some more ink. And continue on. Oh, this thing is hard to deal with. Okay, so I'm going to go down to right there, a little bit further, right there. And this metal piece is a piece from our ceiling fan. We had to replace it because the light, the cord on the light broke, and we weren't able to fix it. So I really like this fan, so I'm just using the pieces of it to do crafts so that I can, you know, I like the fan and I wanted to keep it. So this is me keeping my fan. And I did go over the edge a little bit there, so I just used my finger to wipe it off. So it's fine. And if you don't get every XOXO in the stencil and you just get, you know, some like pieces of it, that's okay too. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see how much further I need to go. I think that's about it. Get this last little row here, and I'm going to stop. just going to see if there's any places I missed since I have some extra ink on my spreader here. Because you can't really put it back in the bottle or the tube. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. All right, so you want to clean your stencil right away, and since I'm not able to do that, I will put it in the water that I have laying here, and I'll swish it around a little bit, and then when I get off of here, I will use my sponge and some running water, and I will definitely clean that. So now what I want to do is go ahead and dry the stenciling I just did because I don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to have to use my heat gun. Sorry if it's loud. And if you like what you see, please put this video on your page for other people to see, your family and your friends. You can also send it to others on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Liz Yonke, and that's Lizyonkey. So on Facebook, it's Liz's Crafts. And if you like and follow it and set your notifications, then you'll know when I put new videos out there. And they're always craft videos. And then I also have Liz's Craft Friends as a group. It is a closed group, but if you would like to join that group, there's just 2 questions you have to answer, and once you answer those questions, you'll be approved for membership. And in that group, we just share pictures of crafts that we do, and that we can inspire each other to be crafty. Okay, I think this is pretty good. I didn't get any red on my fingers, so it must be all right. So now we're going to go ahead and do what we need to do on the top of this. Now what I did was I took this ribbon, and it is wired ribbon on the edges. I think we had gotten it from Walmart like a long time ago. It was $1, and it has 4 yards in it. So we're just using what we have, and I thought the burgundy kind of went with the red. So I just ran it through the holes here in the top of the fan cover, whatever you want to call it, and just wove it in and out, and then I just tied a regular bow. Now what I want to do is dovetail the ends of my ribbon. So I fold it in half, and then I take it from the outside edge to the center of the ribbon, and then that creates the dovetail. So we have that done, and then I just want to put a drop of hot glue on each of these here underneath, just so that it stays in place, just so my ribbon stays in place. I don't want it moving around. I want it to look pretty, and it'll keep it from folding over too. So again, I'm just putting a dab of glue on each of these metal pieces where the ribbon is over top of it. And that'll just hold the ribbon in place. Okay, so we have that, and now what I want to do is take this burlap, and I've cut a circle, and I'm going to put it right here on top of this. And to get that to stay on, I'm going to use some Mod Podge. me see how this. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and remove my stencil. Now this is not done setting yet. We still have about 4 minutes left before we can wash that off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Mod Podge and I'm just going to put it all around where I want my burlap to be. And if I need to put more for the edges, I can do that after I get the burlap already on here. So I can go up under it and put it on. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right on there. And I'm going to press it down. And then I'm going to go up under it and see if there's any places I need to add more Mod Podge. And I can add it to the burlap itself. So again, I'm just adding the Mod Podge to the edges of my burlap, making sure that they stick to my metal here. Let's see if that's okay. Put a little bit more on right there, and I think that's enough. So I'm just going to press it down. Now, I don't think we need Mod Podge anymore, so I'm going to put this away. Okay. Now what I have are these little rosettes. These came from Hobby Lobby years ago, and they were 2 for $1. I don't know how much they would be now. So I have 3 of them because I have 3 holes here that need covered up. 1, 2, and 3. So I'm just putting some glue on the back of these roses, and then I'm putting them down in the hole. I thought that way, you know, you can't see the holes. And it just makes it a little pretty. Okay, so here's what we have so far. So I have my rosettes right here. I have my ribbon and I have my burlap. And then I'm going to put, once this gets finished here, I'm going to put this candle on top. Just like that. So I think it's time that we can take this off. So I'm just going to go real quick into the bathroom here and wipe this off with my my sponge. And if you'll hang on, you'll see what it'll look like. So So it doesn't really look like anything right now, but it's going to come back through. Right now, it just, you can't really see it at all. But once it dries, you'll be able to see it. And it says, love one another. And I just thought that was good. You know, the XOXO does not have to be just for Valentine's Day. XO and XO, hugs and kisses, that's for any time. We need to love each other. There needs to be more love in the world and less hate. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, so I know you can't see it real well, but I know you can see it a little bit. Love one another. So I would take pictures of this and I will put it on Liz's Craft page and on Liz's Craft Friends. And like I said, if you would like to join Liz's Craft Friends, there's just 2 questions you need to answer. And if you join Liz's Crafts, please like and follow and set your notifications to be notified when new videos come out. I'm not able to do lives because of my internet. And then I did put the link to my Maker Studio shop in the description so that if you want to purchase anything, you can purchase from my links. It does not cost you any extra. However, I do get a little commission off of it. And that way it just helps me to be able to purchase items and be able to do more craft videos and put them out there. Well, until the next craft or the next video, friends, my crafty friends, keep crafting. Bye.